3, 2.
It's so cool.
Wow, this is
got it.
cool. Oh, great. Just as soon as we start, some jerk's leaving in his big rig. It's going to Auburn, in case you didn't know. It's mine. Shark Tales.
With Andy.
Oh, woohoo.
Woo with Andy.
With Andy. Night 2 of the Gary Patterson tribute race in beautiful Stockton, California.
Buddy, how was your night?
Well, first off, let's compliment your wife on this freaking badass tripod lighting. I mean, this is like Hollywood. Do you feel like we're in Hollywood?
Now we feel like we're legit, I guess.
This is just like Hollywood, only different. So how was my night? Okay, so if anybody hasn't figured it out yet, oh boy, what's going on now? It's like Studio 54 now. Where are the women coming? When are the women coming out in the go-go booths? In the cocaine, right? Damn, what are you doing?
I don't know. I'm playing.
Quit fucking with stuff. Just leave it alone.
Okay.
God.
Oh. Man,
has
you
a
know
new
what?
toy.
You know what Norm on Cheers said? Women, you can't live with them. Pass the beer nuts. Anyways, if you haven't figured it out, I'm not in the X1 anymore. I was in my car tonight, and guess what happened? I was in his group. Of course, we were in the same group. This guy's in the same group as his old car, the 75 car.
Yeah. Your group was stacked today.
You always got to see you're in the worst group. I'm
But
in the worst group.
You really were, though.
I always am.
No.
It's always the toughest group.
Well, I guess you make it the toughest
That's not at Stockton.
group.
So yeah, I qualified like. I mean, it wasn't like I qualified horrible, but yeah, we did have some good cars in our group. I was back there with that slap dick Corey Day. I mean, is that kid ever going to figure it out? I mean, come on, figure it out.
He used the 360 for practice today.
I mean,
God.
he was amazing in the 410, and I mean, I'm not saying he wasn't amazing in 360, but I mean, he was in another level. You couldn't.
Lights out.
You didn't get to enjoy his driving expertise in the 410 feature because you were out there taking part. I did get to watch, and it was amazing how fast he was. But,
I was assuming he was going to come be lapping me any minute
No,
now.
you
and I
were
was
up
like
front.
fifth. Well, I was like fifth, but I was still expecting it. He was
Remember
gone.
that time in Chico, he did lap everybody. It's like we were racing for like 6th or 7th, and we thought we were getting lapped.
we thought we were getting lapped. He just blew by us like he was a lead car.
He had a flat tire, like 3 laps later, he went from the back to passing us.
Yeah.
Oh man, we've gone to the A main to race on Memorial Day weekend, but back to us. Yeah, so I don't know, man. This place this is the first time at this track with this motor, and we chased our ass with gear. To tell you how much we've started to finish, we changed 80 points from where we started to where we ran the main event tonight, and I think that was the biggest key, amongst other things. Man, a few drivers helping me out. Shane Golobic, Willie Croft, Dom Selzy. I don't know, I felt like the special needs kid. Like, everybody felt so bad for me. They tried to give me advice of any kind to get the poor old 92 around the track.
Old man, you need some help.
Yeah, it's like, well, it was like, what do they call it, like when they take the old guy out of the home for a night for like an ice cream cone or something.
I don't know.
We were so yeah, I was moderately up to speed in the main event, and I'm going, and I'm passing a couple cars, and I'm inheriting a few spots, and then I catch this guy out there running with like no right rear shock, or I don't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, at least he's minding his own business. He's running the bottom. He's just letting people get by. Until it's my turn to pass him, he gets back up top.
No, did I?
Yes.
No, because I assumed...
Jerk.
No, I assumed leaders were coming. Like, I was running the top. Yeah, we stripped
Yeah, what
the
happened?
bolts out on the right rear arm. So, it was
you know
just
what?
dragging on the bottom.
That's probably what Dan said, but I'm just going to say he didn't tighten it.
Ooh.
I'm blaming you, Monhoff.
It is the third time in a couple years
What?
that's happened.
I was just joking, but now I'm taking it serious. Too many M&M structures buildings, less structure building, and more right rear arm tightening.
I don't think it was Dan's doing. Dan, I got your back, dude. You're good.
I like giving Dan shit.
Yeah, everybody's got to.
But
yeah, we were running good though.
yeah, I looked up there on a couple yellows, and
Yeah,
you were
I
like
think
in like
we were
sixth-ish?
No, maybe eighth. Probably eighth.
Let's just say
Maybe
6, make it sound good.
seventh. Oh,
Some
yeah,
people
we were
watching might
definitely
not have been
sixth.
here, so they're just going to think you were in 6.
Yeah,
Where'd
I
you
was-
start?
10th.
Then you went 10th from 6th. If they weren't here, shame on you.
Yeah, we were running pretty decent, and then, but we started, I don't know if there's a crack in header, muffler, or something. Like, we were definitely,
Did you guys run mufflers?
we did have mufflers on
Flowmasters
today.
or Schoenfelds?
No, they were Flowmasters.
Huh.
They're the big dogs.
Could anybody even hear you out there compared to
Probably
the other
not.
cars? God, it is so effing loud here. I hate it.
Dude, and so, yeah, so we didn't have mufflers on for the 410, and it didn't affect me all night long, but for the, going from the A-main 360s to the A-main and the 410s, I don't know if my earbud for the receiver wasn't in all the way, but like just the warm-up lap, like it was ringing, like
Oh
the
my
whole
God.
side of my head was just like in pain, like it
Sometimes,
was so loud.
do you ever push on your helmet to try to cram
I
it
tried.
in? Yeah,
I was
I do
doing
that,
everything.
yeah.
I was sticking my hand up like in between to try to figure something out. But not luckily, don't like to root for red flags, but we got a red flag, and I took my helmet off and got it all situated, and
was
we were
like,
better after that. But dude, yeah, we're pansies. We're from California, where they got strict noise codes,
Yeah.
and like so we have to have quiet mufflers.
And
all
I
the
like
time.
it.
I know.
Hell,
we're
Flowmaster, you can build a muffler twice as big, make them even quieter. I don't care. This is miserable here.
And the first time I ever didn't have mufflers was in Vegas, and I had no idea that you needed earplugs. Like
You didn't wear earplugs?
This was
Oh my
before
gosh.
receivers and everything, so I never had anything. And man, it was so bad. Like at Tommy Tarleton, he was pitted next door. I said, "You got some spare earplugs?" Because man.
So did you just
bad.
hot lap and then say, I got to fix this? Or
Yes,
did you? Okay.
absolutely.
I even wore earplugs before receivers. That's how big of a pansy I am, or was, or still I am. I don't know, but I can remember just going out to pack track without them and just hearing the wing clanking, and I was like, man, this is so annoying. So I've always, I almost fired my dad this week. He was trying to straighten a side panel. We got a Country Builder's wing from Trophy Cup, and we were rebuilding it, and he was messing around, beating on this side panel. Finally, I just said, just effing stop straightening that panel. I'll buy a new one. I'm tired of hearing you bang on that goddamn thing.
We're getting old and cranky. Like
He's like,
Usually-
well, okay, fine. F off.
usually like we lose hearing, so we want to hear things more. But no, like
That's
that
my
stuff
dad.
too
He'll
much.
hear you. He won't hear certain things, but like, he'll hear something else. I'm like, I just had to repeat what I told you 10 minutes ago 14 times, and you heard that mouse underneath the van? I mean, what's going on here? But yeah, that was all them years of no mufflers and grinding on shit and beating on metal. And lots of metal working type of projects that have caused my dad to go deaf. But so okay, back to my main event where you cost me a bunch of positions. I was charging. I finally decided it was time to go. Right, so I'm going. I'm gonna probably charge it probably first, right? And then I get to you, and I saw you. I was actually surprised because it was leaning over really bad. I was
Yes.
surprised you even stayed out there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I felt like you were minding your business on the bottom. And I can't remember who the last guy to pass you was. And I was
think the
next.
19.
I was next.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't 19 because he passed me
So
at the end of the race.
So no, it was,
You cost me that position. Cox and Thornhill
got
passed me.
and then Thornhill got me, and like I assumed they were gonna be leaders,
leader.
so I was trying to get out of the way. I'm like, God, like the leaders still aren't coming. But then I thought I saw somebody like dive kind of in my peripheral, like coming off a turn.
You're wrong.
2.
Let me tell you why you're wrong. Because you're too far ahead.
Oh,
So Thornhill and Cox passed you with like 1 or 2 to go.
yes.
Yes. So I'm saying with like 7 to go, I can't remember
Oh,
who
really?
finished like 8th or 9th.
Tim's.
It might have been Tim's. Okay, so I was following Tim's,
Okay.
and I think that must have been the guy that passed you when you said, well, screw it, these aren't the leaders, I'm moving up, right as I was going to pass you. So then I slowed my pace down. See, your wife's nodding yes. You did. You cock-blocked me for 9th place. So then
I knew it was him, guys.
I'm like, okay, now we're back to what we talked about last night. How hard do you try? You know, now, hey, it's...
You gotta have bragging rights in the campground.
I guess I should have tried harder. So I, too, eventually
you should have
felt...
wrecked me.
I'm
You
like-
owe me one.
I do.
You should
Hell, I
have
could
put
have
me
got
in
you
the
back
wall.
here.
Dang.
I kept thinking, okay, the leader's got to be coming too, and I heard something smoking through. So I kind of like, okay, I don't typically like turn my head, but I kind of gave it an old glance to the left and just kind of turned up the track, and it was Cox. I'm like, I'm not moving over to let people pass me for position. I'm moving over for the goddamn leaders.
Right.
So then Cox drives by me, drives by you.
Yep,
Thornhill
yep.
smokes my ass as I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then the leaders come,
Yeah,
right?
finally.
And by
yeah.
then I'm like, go by. It was Shane, I think, and then Dom. I'm like,
Yeah.
go. I'm getting the F out of the way. I promise I won't F your race up. And I think I asked Boo, I'm like, hey, I didn't dick anything up on the last lap, did I? He said, no, you were fine.
Yeah, because the last I had saw that Dom was leading, and then all of a sudden Golovic was the first car by. I'm like, I hope I didn't screw Dom up. Like I was feeling bad for a minute, but I only screwed up Andy, so I'm happy.
Jerk. So what place did you get?
13th, 14th.
So I got 14. So I knew I had to go off of whatever position you were. I was one worse. But to get back to screwing the lappers up, I remember at Gold Cup, I don't know, 10 years ago maybe, me and Kyle Hurst are battling for like last place with a few laps to go. And I just had that sixth sense, like the leaders are coming. And I just made my mind up, as soon as I see a nose wing, I'm getting the hell out of here. And I think Sides was leading. And he stuck a nose underneath me, and I just drove straight off in turn one. I mean, like Dukes of Hazzard. I'm like, I'm out of here. I don't want to be causing, outlaws are on TV, and I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
So Kyle didn't do that. He stayed out there, and he cost Sides the win on the
really?
last lap. Yeah, I was like, thank God that wasn't me. I think Saldana might have nipped him right there at the end, and it was because he was
man.
messing around with Kyle. But yeah, I don't want to be the lap guy. I don't want to be lapped.
I remember back in the day when we used to be the ones.
We
lapping
used to
guys.
lap people. This used to happen. We would lap cars.
But I wonder if, because we've had so many run-ins ourselves with lap cars, I wonder if we are ever in that position where
You don't wanna
the
be that
leaders are
asshole.
coming. Yeah, I do definitely move my line, try to get out of the main racing line, and
I guess Dom did feel like a lapper kind of screwed him up. I'm not going to say who he was not happy with. I'm not saying he wasn't mad throwing a tizzy fit, but he wasn't happy with one driver's choice of line when he got to him. So that must have been why Shane was able to get by him. But anyhow.
Hope it wasn't me, Dom.
No, it wasn't
Congrats on a good year, dude.
It wasn't you.
Freaking stud.
It wasn't you.
That's good.
Was that his 23rd win?
Yes.
Lisa says yes. That's pretty good.
No, he didn't win.
No, he didn't win.
He won.
Golovic won
Shane won.
tonight. I think 22 was last night.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's how. I don't even know what fucking night it is.
Man.
He won last night. He won the championship tonight.
Championship
Yeah,
tonight.
he was over there in Victory Lane. Ugh. So he just won a championship tonight. BFD. He didn't win no races. The 410 race. Where'd you start in that?
Yeah, it started 9th. And, man, I thought I had a great start. And the initial start, got a couple guys. Yellow came out. Next start, I don't think we lost any, but held on to 9th. And then, a couple things happened. Had another restart where I think I was maybe in 9th. Hugged the bottom past
Yeah.
3 cars.
That's right when I started
Hell
watching.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then yellow came out, negated that.
I
one.
was rooting for you too because I was like, there cannot be a yellow here. We got to complete this lap. Complete this lap. And the 83 car stopped.
Heartbreaker. And then I think I lost.
You
the
did,
spot the
yeah.
next
That was
restart.
a big major
Yeah.
screw up for your race there. That was 4 spots.
Yeah. Then because I think I was 10th or so then, and then big wreck, top 3 guys.
Yeah, let's talk about how you passed Golovic, Selzy, and Sanders in one damn turn. That was impressive.
Yeah, and I think only one of them was on all 4s. Man. Yeah, so missed a bad one, but then I think I was in 6th or so at the time, and then I think we went single file restarts after that, but got another couple guys, had a restart later, got another
Neto
another
drove off the
person-
track. I think he went off the ramp in turn 2.
Yeah.
So by a main event time in the 410s, how high was the cushion in turn 2?
Yeah, it
Or,
was
like-
gnarly. Like, it was so crazy. Like, both cars, like, I would... Even Monoff was telling me, he's like, you got to follow the high line all the way around. I'm all, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, once you get to the middle and off the corner, like, the banking here kind of, like, goes up, then it, like, plateaus off and flattens down. So once you get over that edge, like, your car starts, like, laying on the right
Yeah.
side, and then the curb comes, and you can't turn off of it. Like, you're stuck on there. So I was trying to do that, and Monoff said I should have been doing it more, but I was trying to cheat it.
I seen you drive at Marysville. You made it 2 laps and you knocked the backstretch wall over. Quit telling him what to do.
So yeah, got one spot, and then Neto went off the track, so got up to 4th. So we were gonna be 4th. Track was starting to kind of lay rubber. I should have just minded my own P's and Q's and stayed in the rubber, but got caught up on the berm a couple times, and Neto got back by us, so ended up 5th for the 410 feature. Not
That's
too
because
bad.
you're a 410 guy.
I am a
I mean,
410
you
guy.
don't have the patience for these wimpy little heavy 360 motors.
Yeah.
You need to be in a 410, a man's motor. Mr. World of Outlaw winner.
Yeah. One and done, baby. One and done.
Here's one and none right here.
So close for the actual go clip, though.
Yeah, whatever. So, does anybody remember the year I ran second?
I
Who
do.
gives a shit, right?
I
mean,
do.
who remembers second? So let's see. What else is interesting? Well, okay, you got 4th in points.
Your
I got 5th points.
season's over, right?
I think so. I don't know. I mean, Merced's kind of intriguing, but it's on a weekday, and it's like, who the hell wants to go to Merced on a Tuesday? It's a Tuesday and Wednesday?
Yeah, I didn't know I thought it was just a one-day show, but now I see it promoted as like 2 days.
Wow, we got Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson coming, and hell, they might make it a 5-day show at this rate. It'd be nice to see those grandstands full. Every time I go down there,
Yeah.
I'm expecting a great crowd. And maybe the times I go down there, it's because it's freaking August. Nobody wants to go to the races.
Too hot.
But it might be interesting to see what 2 NASCAR stars, last year's champion and possibly this year's champion. I mean, how many times are you going to see that at a sprint car race?
No kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah, his debut in a sprint
Yeah.
car too for Chase Elliott. That's gonna be awesome.
that is actually, they've got to get him some laps somewhere. They're not putting him out there cold turkey.
Well, apparently they did that for Courtney, or like depends on what car you're in. But like Hanford, we ran Saturday? No, we ran Friday. They were practicing on Thursday.
Practice again?
Yes.
Was Allen Iverson there?
I guess so.
Well,
Had to
that's
have been.
that's a B Packer deal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know
Dennis
who was
probably
all
wrote a
there,
check
but
for
apparently the
$20
track was
zillion
great
and rented
there,
it.
and then it was hooked up and juiced up the next day. So
I don't know if I talked about this last night, but you were talking about Dan Monhoff telling you where to run on the track. My crew guy over here, John, is going, what are you guys hitting out there? What's out last night? I said, get on the golf cart, and go see what the hell we're running into at 130 miles an hour, and you'll get an idea why we're
never
slapdicking around there.
you never said like what you thought. Out
Were you
there.
like
Did it
intrigued
look
with how
like a
gnarly it
big-
was?
Yeah, no, I see why you bent the belly pan up.
Yeah, he sees why the bottom of my car is all bent to shit now. No, it was gnarly. So last night the ruts were gnarly where there was, and then tonight the cushion, and then it was coming apart in 3 and 4. Like we just
Yeah.
broke through a layer and into the soft stuff.
Yeah, I hit that hole like middle in 3 and 4. Like I hit it a couple times and the car got pretty tight, whatever. But the last time I hit it, like that's when like the arm like stripped out and it like sank on the right rear. I'm like, oh geez, I probably should have pulled off then, but
Needed campsite, bragging rights.
I needed those bragging rights because really this year I haven't had many bragging rights, so I'll take what I can get.
The funny, I wouldn't say it's funny, but it amazed me how gnarly it was up top. Racing, you can't see it.
Yeah.
The light's so goddamn bad here.
Yeah.
And so on the cool down lap, I was like, what's going on up there? Why was I having so much trouble? Holy crap, no wonder I was trying to tip over every lap I went through there.
Yeah.
So it's hard to justify moving your line when you're supposed to be up top, right? You want to be up in the moisture.
Right.
But when it tries tipping you over 2 or 3 times, it's like,
you don't want to be up there anymore.
maybe do you just go off of feel, or do you? I literally need to see. Oh, holy crap! There's a big ass hole there now. Maybe I won't drive up there. But no, I'd waited till after the race is over to see that that's the problem.
I've had Petaluma in the past, like, screw me up because, like, a red will happen or something, and I'll stop in turn 1 and 2. I'm like, I'm driving through this stuff? Like, that ain't cool. Like, then I'm screwed up the next restart, like, because I'm too
Can't go there.
conservative.
Don't go there.
I know.
I just saw it for my own 2 eyes.
Yeah. Sometimes it's better not to know what you're doing.
What you don't know don't hurt you.
Right.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Okay, so Narc banquet tomorrow.
Yeah,
Are you gonna dump the shitter at the golf course like we talked about 2 weeks ago?
I think so.
Shitter's
right?
full.
At the golf
Yeah.
course?
Cousin Eddie on Christmas
No,
vacation.
we're not doing that.
Oh, it'd be great. Just take a picture of him, make a shirt.
Do we have to do like in boxers, shorts, and
He had the hat.
Yes, he had the hat,
Yeah.
the robe
let
on.
me see if Amazon
Hey,
can get me a hat.
What
by
about your
tomorrow.
haircut? Does anybody like his new haircut? How did Ron Burgundy do?
It was a great hit.
Was it? Good.
Yeah.
You didn't see pictures?
Well, I'm not going off of pictures. I'm wondering how
Oh.
people took it.
Yeah, definitely.
What was his
Two different
girlfriend's name?
people.
Corningstone?
Yeah.
Veronica
Veronica
Corningstone.
Corningstone.
Yeah, that left a little be desired, but Ron Burgundy was good.
Oh, snap.
Oh, sorry. Was that you? You were Veronica? Oh, sorry. I didn't know. I kid
She's
because
never going to cook
I
for
kid.
you.
I know. I
again.
make fun of her every night on this, and she feeds me every night. I know I ate spit tonight, though. I know that one burger was strategically placed that you made me get.
Andy, this one's for you.
Yeah, especially cooked. I am a little full. You know what? I'm taking credit. I won dinner tonight.
Yeah, you did. Jesus.
3 hamburgers and 2 hot dogs. I was hungry.
God.
I even came out and had a banana and a granola bar during one of the track preps.
These are not childbearing hips he's got there, ladies. I don't know where the hell it goes.
I was hungry.
It's crazy.
I worked up an appetite running 14th tonight. I will, okay, so all kidding aside, I got to give a shout out to my crew because we changed a ton of stuff this weekend. Like I said, we went from, what the hell gear did we start with? A 621. We ended up at a 542. And I'm not saying if any of you know what's right or wrong, I'm not saying it's right, but that seemed to be what the motor wanted. And it took about 6 or 7 gear changes and the tire dismounting that goes on here because every time you basically look at the racetrack, you blister or wear out a
I was
tire.
gonna ask for a car owner, like how many tires did we go through? I know.
Well,
like,
in 2
Monoff went
nights?
through, yeah, Monoff went through 6 today in his
Yeah.
360.
Well, I was parked next to Selzy, and they had 2 cars, and they ran last night, so that's like 3 nights.
Dang.
Between Selzy, Thornhill, and me, I'm not saying we left any tires here, but we did, along with everybody else, there had to be 30 tires. I mean, it was amazing. That's not great. I mean, Hoosier, you won this weekend. Good job on you. I do remember, so a few years ago when I was still driving the 7C, we came down here the night before with my dad's car, and they had a practice night, and they had vintage cars, so whatever. We parked the rig out in turn 4 on the mile, and I ran Cody's car the next night, and we went through 2 rear tires every time the car hit the track. Hot laps, qualifying, heat race, dash. I had to go and get tires out of my trailer because the tire truck was out of them. We were running tires out of the A&A trailer because he was out of tires. I think we went through 11 that night. That was
It's just brutal.
not good night on tires. But yeah, I mean, so what we had 24 and 20, so what's the math there? 44 cars times 6. I mean, what's that? A couple hundred tires? And we all ran last night too. I mean, I could say this place easily went through 300 tires this weekend. Yeah. And tires are like $300 a piece
I know,
now.
it's just so abrasive, man. Crazy. And we keep coming back.
Yeah,
We're so smart.
so smart. Yay. You want to make $1 million in racing? Start with $2 million. Speaking of millionaires, did you hear this? This is a rumor. Do not quote me at all. I don't want you.
No one's listening.
I don't want. Oh, Forsberg said this. I'm just saying what I heard tonight during the 410 main event. Casey Kane might have bought the Beef Packers Outlaw team. That's what I was told.
How reliable is your source?
Why would you need to do that?
Let's say my source has won championships at Chico and Placerville. if that means anything. So what I was told was...
Were you your own source?
No, I don't.
You have a really good source to get this from. He used to work for you, and he might have won his 3rd championship.
You know, I should...
tonight. You can't
let's
call
text
him. Your phone is being
Oh,
used
shoot.
right
Damn
now.
it. Okay, so my phone's being used. Else I would call my former employee that I fired, Brad Sweet. Yes, Brad Sweet
Fire
used to
him.
work for
Why'd
me.
you fire him?
Because I had to deduct his pay every time I caught him texting. And this is back in the day where you couldn't just text somebody. If you wanted to see, you had to push the number 1 3 times. So it wasn't fast texting. Yeah, I'll see if Brad can confirm this. But yeah, so the 83 is going to become McFadden's car, and then Casey's going back to the 9 car. And I don't know, I assume Brad might have his ride still in the 49 if he don't pick his game up. He didn't hit his ass at Charlotte this weekend. Step your game up, Sweet.
Figure it out, bud.
Speaking of Sweet, I think his brother-in-law is going to do it tomorrow.
I hope so.
Wouldn't that be cool?
It would be really, really cool.
That's amazing. So Cycleland could potentially produce the NASCAR Cup champion, the World of Outlaw champion.
Yeah.
I mean, what more do you want out of this little shithole off of
Kidding.
fucking Highway 99, you know, next to the fish hatchery or whatever that thing is that stinks? And
It's a
Rendering plant.
Rendering plant,
It's
okay.
Not a
God.
fish hatchery.
I think they used to be fish. There used to be a bunch of ponds there.
Yeah,
Further
like
down,
just
right?
further down. Yeah, you're right.
Ugh, rendering. Do you guys, how often does it stink like the rendering factory
Often.
at Cycleland? Does it a lot?
I don't really ever notice it, but everybody knows about it, and everybody's, oh, if you get the north wind, you definitely can tell. But whatever.
Gross. Not every track can have the beautiful surroundings as the Stockton dirt track.
Right?
You know. All right, so I think I'm done for the year. What about you?
Yeah,
You done?
I think so. I don't know if we hurt Monos motor or not. I think it's okay, but yeah, there was a whole deal with the Hanford race that kind of had to get cut short.
I heard that's back on. So yeah,
See,
let's
that's
ask him. I
that's
want
the thing.
That's so stupid. I think, my personal opinion.
So yeah, we lined up for the A main, weren't able to do it, so we had to cancel that night. So there was basically a whole main event that we didn't get to run.
But ran the entire night.
Right.
Pit fees are paid.
Right.
Heat races and all that crap.
So yeah, we were just kind of assuming, oh, that maybe he'll take the purse and just let it through the field or whatever.
I think that's a great idea. Just pull the Band-Aid and everybody just take their lumps.
So next Saturday, there's another race at Hanford that's going to happen, and that's still going on. And I think it's just a rumor. I don't know if it's official, but they said after that, all events going to go. The A main that we should have ran is going to run after.
Speaking of rumors, that is the same person that told me about the Casey Kane thing. Told me that too.
Okay.
And if you want, I'm not gonna out my source, but this person
Placerville champion and Chico
has to
champion.
take his son potentially down there to race because they were part of that cancellation.
I
So
already guessed who it was, and you just confirmed it.
okay, give us a number silently over there, and I'll tell you if you're right.
Whose number? His number or his son's number?
His son's number.
94.
Shh. Oh, you heard that? That's
Good
where I
job.
got my rumors.
Well, good job.
That
being
was his
silent.
number too.
You told me to.
Oh, really?
I said silently.
Oh. How do I tell you silently?
You go 9-4.
So that was his like personal number.
Yeah, that's the family
94?
number. Yeah,
'Cause
so
I
if-
only remember him in the Tognotti's 18, and then in the Bumgarner mobile.
Yeah, so before that, I think
Okay.
he went from the family 94 to the Dwayne Star 18.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
Legend right there.
we're still not naming names, so you guys got to put this together. But that's where I got my sources from, or my rumors from. So if they're all a bunch of BS, you can blame him.
Yeah. So
I wonder if he watches us.
I hope so.
You think he's got Facebook? I mean, I'm not
don't
saying
know.
he's old, but like sometimes older people don't do social media.
Right.
I mean, you don't even do it.
Old people.
What's your excuse?
I'm too old.
Well, no, tell me, why are you not interested in Facebook?
So it's
Stubborn.
kind of probably stubborn, but the first time, yeah, remember they had the MySpace for a while. Never got on
Yeah,
that.
I never knew anything about MySpace.
Then we got on Facebook. Me and Lisa, I think we've been dating for a little while, but
We were married when we got on Facebook. When I got on Facebook.
You're right. I think is when we were living in Orville. Like, we bought a house, but we're gonna rent it out. We're gonna build our own house on our own property somewhere else. So we're gonna move into with my parents for like 2 years in Orville and
How did you not know
commute
this
back
story?
and forth.
We commuted back and forth every day for 2.5 years.
I don't give a shit about commuting.
It's
I'm just wondering
ridiculous.
how you knock boots next to your parents' bedroom.
Oh, it's easy.
Yeah?
Oh, it's always easy.
Whoa! Your parents know that?
No,
Oh,
I'm a virgin.
still?
Right.
Kids are adopted.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're commuting back and forth, Sacramento to
I would
Orville.
live in a cardboard box before I live with my parents at an adult age. Let me just tell you that. So you guys, I don't know, you're troopers.
You're a trooper. It's my parents, like it's her in-laws, so for her to do that, was
I
pretty
wouldn't
good.
live with my parents or Candace's parents.
So, anyways, we're commuting all this time.
Cardboard box.
Get to Orville, and then she immediately is on the computer. But every single day, I'm looking. What are you doing? And I'm farming.
I remember that. What was that thing
I
called?
don't even
Is it
remember.
Farmville?
Yes, Candace was kind of addicted to that
Oh
crap
my
too.
God,
Yeah,
she was
you're right.
addicted. I'm all. This is Facebook. Like I didn't know what the hell was going on. I'm like
And I
You-
think you could
wasting
pay.
so
Did
much
you guys,
time.
I've never paid for
I think you
anything
could
ever.
pay to get extra corn or something.
yeah.
Oh,
Richard
yeah.
Brown like was super into that, right?
I don't remember.
Oh, it was insane. I thought it was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life, but it was
So
associated
Farmville.
Do
with.
you know how many people you're making
Facebook.
mad right now? Because I
Oh,
bet there's a lot
jeez.
of people that loved that. I don't even.
Well, they're
remember
idiots.
it.
Do
If
they-
you like
are they
Farmville,
doing it
you're an
anymore?
idiot. No, that's
I don't-
how stupid it was. Nobody
Right.
does it anymore.
Golly,
So Farmville tainted your.
absolutely.
Opinion.
Like it,
I-
it was
I'm not gonna argue
associated
with
Facebook, and I'm like, dude, you're wasting so much
Do
time
you ever?
on nothing.
Do you ever get on her Facebook
I
and
put
kind
it
of?
on your phone
No.
one time. For
Yeah,
something.
she
I don't remember why.
needed my phone for whatever reason to post something, so she put Facebook on my
She was
phone.
looking for other girls' phone numbers. She used that as an excuse to look through your phone.
No,
Don't let her do that ever again.
okay.
So let me tell you something about Facebook. It's very entertaining. There's a bunch of BS on there that you just scroll through. You don't pay attention to that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of cool racing stuff. I enjoy racing in the past, and you get on different. There's somebody who'll post an old video. There's a guy who posts a ton of old videos of San Jose, Baylands, Watsonville, like
Oh, that's
some of the
cool.
80s. Yeah, so I find myself watching. Oh, I think his name's Bruce Fellow. I think Bruce, if you're out there, I think that's who posts all that stuff. But just cool shit like that. You don't need to get involved with the other BS.
Man, just seems like a time suck.
Well, it is a little bit, but it's a fun time suck. Like you could ignore your kids. You just
See,
here. You
I
go
got
through.
kids though. Like I just feel like I have so much stuff to do. I called you that Tuesday. What are you doing? Watching
Yeah,
Survivor.
it was great.
You're probably on Facebook too.
Yeah, I do. Sometimes I lose track of what's going on
Lisa's
because I'm on
her
Facebook.
phone all the
But
time. We're
here's what-
trying to watch a show together, but she's on her phone, and I'm super into it. And I look over, and she's
Well,
just
screw
on her
her then.
phone.
Then she doesn't know who freaking got voted off on Survivor. But see, you can like your kid. He could be over there playing with his race cars and be like, "Dad, look, you just took the lead," and you'd be like, "Yeah, just scrolling through. There's chicks.
I
They
can't do that. I don't
there's
wanna do that.
fan clubs of like Jennifer Aniston's always on my phone and dressed as all hell, hot as hell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I got
okay.
you
Hold
intrigued
on.
now.
Hold on.
Who else? I don't know. I seriously did not click on like being a fan club, but it constantly comes on my phone. Amy Adams, Jennifer Aniston. Amy Adams is a cute redhead, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Selena Gomez. Those three are always on my phone. I must have liked it at some point.
You had
Selena
to have
Gomez
like
seems
searched for
like
them or
illegal.
something, and
No, she's an adult now.
But she's way young, isn't she?
Well, it doesn't matter. She's on Facebook. I'm not making her be on Facebook.
oh.
All right.
So get on Facebook for the women. is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
in the old race videos. Hey, and maybe someday Dom and Gio can have their own show, and you'll want to tune into that.
Hot Sauce and what's Dom's nickname? Does Dom have a
Dominator.
nickname? The
Look
Dominator.
at this stray cat. Oh. Literally a stray
Sammy's
stalking
sick.
cat. Let's make up a name for Dom. I don't like the Dominator. That's like, we need to come up with a funny
Like
name.
that.
like a make fun of. Those are the good nicknames where it's like kind of poking fun at them.
Yeah, what nickname would you give me? Poking fun of me.
He
Yeah.
gave you one earlier today. He called you a name.
What'd you call me today?
Cock blocker.
Oh yeah, I'll just call you the cock blocker. I will
Good
say,
cock blocker.
talking about, we're gonna just keep talking because this is probably our last show of the year. But I did not see what happened to Shane Golobic in the 410 race.
That's
Yeah.
scary.
So Shane's,
Scary.
because I'm looking directly. I was standing on Rodriguez's rig, which is a beautiful spot to watch from. But these lights poles are so low here, the lights shine directly in your freaking face. All of a sudden, I see the 17 upside down and the right side of Dom's wing all bent to shit. So I'm thinking, holy shit, Dom just dumped Shane. This is great drama. Like, I'm going to be right here for it. But it ended up not being that way. I guess Shane just tipped over on his own, and Dominic had nowhere to go.
But then Sanders
But
was
Sanders
involved
is what
too.
was scary.
Oh, really? See, I didn't see that because I was getting blinded by the beautiful lighting system we have
'Cause
here.
what it looked like was Shane flipped, Dom got underneath them, but as Shane was coming down, like upside down, Sanders hit him here. So like I was scared it hit like on the
Oh,
like left side of the roll cage.
scary.
But Dom got
You're
out and
cooking
went
here, too. You don't want to be
sprinting.
running into things.
Yeah, Dom sprinted over to him, and I'm assuming to go make sure he was okay because
Sanders had an interesting night then, man. Like hot laps pulls in front of me and we go green, like tires just go like everything exploded on the bottom. Like the brake is in pieces, like that spits out the back end of the rear end spits out the bottom, like just pieces everywhere. It's like, dude,
That's crazy.
right when he hit on the gas, luckily, like
Yeah.
this is a scary place. Like if you're going full bore or in the corner, you do not want your rear end to break. So, yeah, weird, so weird.
And then he gets tore up in the. You don't see the Paul Soba 57
Mm-mm.
tore up and having parts failures
Right,
in the same night. That's crazy.
SAR night.
Hey, I didn't have any parts failures this weekend. The car's in one piece. Did we do great? Whatever. Hey, I did beat my old car. That was, gotta beat the old car.
Yay me!
Did you beat your old car?
I did. Yeah, he didn't finish.
Yeah, you know what? We beat our old cars. That's all we cared
Look at
about.
us. We still do good.
So I will say, so obviously, you don't want your old car to do better without you, right?
Right.
So I just knew, because I've been around racing for a long time. Whenever you get in a fight with somebody, or maybe you quit or get fired, whatever, you're always in the same hot lap
Yeah,
group.
yeah,
You're always
yeah.
in the same heat race, whatever. Not only was I in the same group as them, we were right next to each other in
Yeah.
qualifying. So it was funny. Every time we push up to staging, there we were. Go out for the heat race, there we are. Go out for qualifying, 1, 2. It's like this. It's like made for Hollywood. But we both moderately sucked, and they ran at the back, and I ran at the back, and I don't know which one's better bragging rights, but
right.
it's all cordial between us and F&F. There's no hard feelings. What I felt like, if we went another year and had kind of a dismal season like we all felt like we had this year, we would end next year as not friends.
Right,
So
right.
this year we are still friends. So that was pretty important to all of us because we've been around each other for a long time. 4 years the first time, 5 years the second time, as well as my dad racing with Dave Sr., Dave Jr., Alan. I started crewing for Alan when I was 15, 16 years old. So there's definitely a lot of friendship stuff type
A
things
lot of
there.
success, man. A lot of wins, a lot of championships. Like it was a hell
We
of a
dethroned
run.
the 2SB back in the day.
You did. That was like my only time, like really attempting to get a Placerville championship. Couldn't do it. That damn X1 and Andy Forsberg.
Big fish, little pond. That's me. Yeah, the good old days.
The good old days when we used to be fast.
So maybe there'll be some cool award for you tomorrow night at the banquet. Most improved? No. Most
Comeback story of the
most
year.
unimproved.
Most unimpressive.
Most appreciated.
Most
Depleted.
underappreciated.
I'm going to Placerville's banquet next week. Joel Myers Sr. says he wants to have a dance-off with me.
Ooh.
Oh no.
So there will be some serious breakdancing going on at the Placerville banquet next week. And
Are there gonna be Andy heads? Hope there's
I
big
hope
Andy
not.
heads.
That was Tooch's deal.
That was
2
pretty
years
funny.
ago.
That was pretty cool.
But I will beat Joel Myers Sr.'s ass in the dance contest, just like I beat his kid at the racetrack. Coming for you, Senior. I got the moves like Jagger. All right.
And
Let's
then
see.
Hangtown 100.
We're gonna do
Oh, should we talk at Hangtown 100?
we got.
Have
still.
you seen all the improvements they're doing at Placerville?
No.
Oh, man.
Oh
the
really?
bathroom built.
I don't know about the bathroom. I don't care about the bathrooms because I have a I'm religious about I don't use public bathrooms, so I wouldn't know if there's a bathroom there or not. But the turn 3 and 4 area has been, I won't say completely redone. I'm assuming he's going to have it done or wanting to have it done by the Hangtown 100. But I think the grandstands that we have there for the Outlaw race,
Mm-hmm.
I think those are going to be permanent now.
Oh.
It's kind of all been leveled out, and now there is a K-rail all the way from the pit booth to turn 3 and like a 10-foot fence.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so like it's legit. They had a crew out there picking rocks up. I guess they filled up a couple bucket loads of the backhoe not the backhoe bucket, but the scraper bucket. Lots of rocks removed.
Dang. Awesome.
So-
Can't wait to check it out.
Yeah. So, has
So-
anybody looked at the long-term forecast? How are we looking in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I don't know.
I check my phone.
Check your
but
phone.
It's on this fancy doodad here. Yeah. So okay. So what we're gonna critique all those
Yeah.
midget guys.
Yeah, Larson, you're not doing it right. Let me
Figure
tell
it out,
you
Kyle.
what you need to do.
Come on, Chase. You know, don't you think it would be kind of cool if one of these cool midget owners would put a couple Placerville studs in the damn race? Like, wouldn't that be cool?
I'm not a Placerville stud anymore,
How many
buddy.
freaking races have you won there?
I don't know. 20 something maybe.
So there's like 80 wins at Placerville, and nobody wants to put us in a midget.
Somebody did put us in a midget for a little while. That didn't last long either.
Hey, you got more chances than I did. I was one and done. Okay. We've yammered on long enough. Another early night at Stockton. I'll give them credit. I appreciate the short shows.
Yeah.
A little bit of track prep, but you got to do that. Anything
control-
seems short compared to Marysville.
Yeah. Can't control the weather here. That Delta breeze comes up, it gets chilly.
Yeah, nobody wants to be out at 11 o'clock, or in Marysville's case, 12:30 in the grandstands, you know? So, yeah, getting done. We were done before 10, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
all right. So, good job, Stockton, bringing in Steve Kenzer and T. You were racing Steve Kenzer tonight. What did you think of
was
that?
for a minute, yeah.
He
Blowing my
was
doors
the
off
first
again.
Caution,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and in like 2 laps was right behind
You know what?
you
Yeah, we
in
had a-
11th.
No, he started like 3 rows ahead.
Okay.
I don't know how that happened.
So my crew guys were telling me he got his spot back. I'm all, well, he didn't. Like, he started 6th originally, so he didn't. He started behind me. So, well, he wasn't at the complete back. So
No,
I don't know
I
what
will
happened.
agree with your crew. I was again sitting on the trailer with lights directly in my eyes, and all of a sudden, the TK was in a Quaker State tribute car to Steve Kenzer tonight, the green car, and he had to be at least 3 rows ahead of the back. So I don't know who he snookered or what, but I mean he snookered some people. He had a 6 or 7 car head start on where he should have been.
Yeah, because like a lap 4 restart or whatever, like we go double file, and all of a sudden he pulls up next to me. I'm like, you were just off the track like 4 laps ago. Crazy.
Hey, they thought it was Steve Kenzer. He should have gone all the way to the pole. They might have let him stay up
They
there.
might have.
Hey, it's Steve Kenzer. Screw it. Let's put the guy up there. Okay, that's it.
Let's finish her up.
Finish it up, and then we will go to the Hangtown 100, and we will Let's just bag on those guys.
Let's just
All
have-
these fancy princesses and the midgets and their white driving shoes. Who has white driving shoes in a damn sprint car?
Yeah.
All them midget guys. Stupid.
It goes without fail. Like if I get new shoes, we're gonna have an oil leak.
Oh man, that drives
Power
me
steering
crazy.
fluid, something.
Oh man, my poor buddy Jeff Ensign, when he was driving Clayton Snow's car a couple years ago, I used to joke with him that he needed to wear trash bags on his feet because he came in oiled every single night. The poor guy, his suit was soaked in oil. He only had one. That I do get pretty testy. Hey, how'd
New
you
suit
I-
shout out.
Did you like it?
I
did. You
did-
see
I-
it?
yeah, how
Did
did
you
it-
notice?
Looked good.
Well, I would have noticed if maybe
Thank you, McKenna Bell. Remeasured
stop.
us. Figured us
McKenna.
out.
I'm still waiting for mine.
I didn't even know.
I guess
they
I know
were
who
gonna
got.
make a new
I
one.
guess I know who McKenna likes more now.
Hey, go-kart kids. Gotta be a go-kart kid. You'll get preferential treatment.
My
Hey,
measurements must have been further off than Candace's.
Season's
Felt bad.
over, so I don't need my suit till March. So sew every perfect stitch. Okay, that's it. Lisa, turn off this son of a bitch, and we're going to bed.